When I go out for a weekend breakfast, I always order Eggs Benedict. I love it. And I also love making it at home. I know a lot of you out there don't make it at home because of the Hollandaise sauce, but I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch. Now, Eggs Benedict usually is served with ham or smoked salmon, but I'm going to show you a version using these stunning portobello mushrooms, a fantastic substitute for meat. So I'm going to roast these to start with. So we need a big tray, and we'll place our gorgeous portobello mushrooms on it. So I'll need about 6 of them. Now what I like to do is take the stalk off for this type of recipe because I need it to sit nicely on my toast. So all we have to do is use a small knife to trim it away. Now let's have a look at these stunning mushrooms. These are actually the most intense flavoured mushrooms of the mushy family. They're actually a Swiss brown mushroom that's just been grown a little longer, so they turn into these large mushrooms. They're not only super tasty, but the texture is amazing. They're meaty and they really hold their shape as they cook. And you can see that these are the freshest mushrooms. Look at the gills. See how they're bright brown, they're shimmering, and they're not too spongy. They're actually quite firm. So that's what you need to look out for when you're buying them. Okay, a little drizzle of olive oil over the top first, and then we'll turn it around and place a little over the caps. I don't want to drench it too much in oil because I am serving it with a delicious butter sauce. So just enough to coat them. To really bring out their mushroom flavour, salt. So we need to season it. Good pinch of salt on each. And some cayenne pepper, which is a signature flavour in any Eggs Benedict, and usually it's served in the sauce, but I'm going to actually add it to the portobello mushrooms. Some thyme, and this is lemon thyme. Oh, it smells so balmy. You can just use classic thyme if you like, but I was lucky enough to find this lemon thyme at the markets this morning. And this goes into the oven, hot oven around 200 degrees, and they're going to cook for about 15 minutes. While the mushrooms are cooking, let's get on to the all-important Hollandaise sauce. In a bowl, I have 2 egg yolks, and to this, some acid. You can use white vinegar if you like, or classically, it's done with some lemon juice. So a good squeeze of lemon juice into the bowl. And we can always add some lemon juice at the end. Place that onto the pot, and you don't want the bottom of the bowl to touch the water. So you just need a small amount of water on the bottom. You see how there's just little bubbles there? You want this to just simmer gently. If it rapidly boils, we're going to get scrambled eggs, and we don't want that. So we'll start whisking this. And my little trick is to melt your butter first. So melt your butter in a pot or in the microwave, strain it so there's no milk solids, and this liquid gold is going to make that traditional Hollandaise sauce. So now that this is thickened up, and you can see how it just forms a bit of a ribbon, that's what we're after, and then in with the butter. Now you don't want to add it all at once, just a little, give it a good whisk, and just like you were making a mayonnaise, a little bit more, and keep whisking. And I'll continue this until we have a lovely thick sauce. Okay, well this Hollandaise is looking really good. See how glossy it is, it's stable. I've just taken it off the heat for now. We need to season this, so a good pinch of salt. And I've got some pepper here. This is just some white pepper, a little sprinkle of white pepper too. Let's pop that to the side and have a look at these mushrooms. Aren't they stunning? They've shrunk slightly. They're going to taste delicious. Just let them cool down slightly while we poach our eggs. So to poach eggs, as fresh as you can get your eggs, the fresher, the easier it is to poach. I like to crack them into a bowl or a teacup because it just makes it so much easier to poach. And white vinegar into some simmering water. We'll turn the heat up and using a spoon, create a whirlpool. And this is just going to ensure that egg white wraps around the egg yolk. We'll place that into the pot and see how it just wraps around. That's what we're after. And these are going to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how you like your eggs. I'm going to cook another one, get some toast on, and we're ready to plate up. All right, I'm quite happy with these poached eggs, so we'll carefully take them out of the pot just with a slotted spoon. I always like to undercook them ever so slightly because as they drain, they'll continue to cook. And see how it just bounces back slightly, but still got that wobble? That's what we're after. If you like that gooey egg yolk, which is what I love. Okay, let's plate this up. Our stunning mushrooms. I'm going to add 3 to my toast. I don't like to butter my toast at all because we're adding loads of butter sauce. Some spinach, and I like to wilt it down over the top. I don't like to add the spinach first because then you get soggy toast and we don't want that. Poached eggs can go on top and just allow them to sit snug. Another poached egg there. And to finish off this sauce, I like to add another pinch of cayenne pepper, just a small amount. Whisk, take that out, and we can spoon this over. And if you're going to make an effort to make hollandaise, you have to add lots of it. Look at that. Allow it to cascade down the sides. Oh. Another tiny sprinkle of cayenne, just a small amount, just so you can really see the colour of it. And because I've got this extra lemon thyme, it is strong, so you only need a small amount of it just over the top as a garnish. How pretty is that? Eggs Benedict made with Aussie portobello mushrooms. They're a fantastic substitute for meat, and I always associate mushrooms with breakfast, so putting it with that traditional Eggs Benedict just works a treat. All right, enough talking. I've got to have a taste of this, and my favourite part is breaking that egg yolk. Oh, look at that, perfectly cooked. A little taste of that with some of that mushroom. Lots of hollandaise sauce. That is sensational, just as good as having it at a cafe.